Hi guys, praise Jesus. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Becky. I bring you awesome, fun and timely content on all my platforms. So make sure you like, you comment, you share, and definitely subscribe. If this is your first time coming onto the channel, thank you for coming, thank you for being here. You are very, very, very welcome. I hope you love it here. I hope you enjoy this content. I hope you subscribe and I hope you stay for future videos. My day ones, those that have been here since campus days, and now we are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate the love and the support. I am so grateful. I hope you love it. I hope you stay. I hope you subscribe. You share this video with a friend, a relative, just everybody, everybody that you think would enjoy this content. Please do share with them. I would really, really appreciate. So as you have seen from the title today, I am sharing the tea on everything about my second trimester. I am gonna be here with this bottle of water. I am always with this bottle. This has become my best friend throughout my pregnancy journey, because guys, you need a lot of water. You need a lot. You're always thirsty, you're always hot. So yeah, I'll just be sipping it around, because guys, I need it. I'm thirsty. Okay, let me not even cover it. Okay, let's get straight into it. I of course made notes because pregnancy brain is a thing. If you thought it was not, trust and believe that it is. I was one of the people who did not believe. Now I do. Anyway, so second trimester. Second trimester is normally from week 13 to week 27. As I shared in my first trimester update, which if you have not watched, please check it out. In my second trimester, the first thing that I loved about it is that the nausea went away. The nausea that consumed my first trimester, it totally went away. It was like I was a new person. And I forgot to mention, there are tablets I was given at the hospital, the ones you put under your tongue like 30 minutes before food. And guys, I used those tablets for the most part of my first trimester, but in second trimester, I do not remember ever needing them. That is how quick I transitioned from first trimester to second trimester. The nausea went like it never ever existed. Everything just came back to us. I had a sense of normalcy because I could wake up and eat. I still did not like the smells of food being cooked, but at least I could eat. Hey, at least I could stomach something. So that is the first thing that I loved about second trimester. My energy came back. In first trimester, I was just in bed, so exhausted, so tired from doing nothing. But now in my second trimester, I had more energy. I could go out, I could meet up with friends, I could wake up, clean the house, organize. If you know me, I'm always organizing something. So I felt like I came back to myself. The energy was there. I slept throughout the night. It was so nice, guys. But my second trimester, I was just cruising, and now that is when I started vlogging. So definitely after this, I will start after this update, I will drop now the vlogs, because now that is when I started vlogging. Before then, I did not have it in me. My bump started showing. That is something else that happened that I absolutely loved about second trimester, is now I could see my bump. I don't know, when you are expectant, like I feel like the bump is the bump is I am here to stay. The bump is, oh yeah, we here, oh yeah, there's someone in here. So I absolutely loved it. When did my bump start showing? You guys will see in the vlog. I know in the vlog I was updating week by week, so you will hear and know the updates by then. This is just a wrap up of the whole second trimester. So my bump started growing. I started feeling flutters. I was worried about the flutters because normally they say from week 20, but by the time I was going for my week 20 checkup, I was not feeling any flutter. So I remember the nurse asking me, "You're sure you can't feel anything?" I was like, girl, I can feel nothing. She was like, it's normal, but if you hit week 24, 25 and you have not felt any movements, just come back so that we can like do a scan and make sure all is well. So my baby started moving at around week 23. That is when I started feeling some flutters. And then now by week 25, now they are just kicking and you can clearly like feel them. But yeah, mine started at around week 23. I was a bit worried about it, but then when she said until week 24 is still fine, I stopped worrying about it. Second trimester is still where we did our anomaly scan. That is the comprehensive scan that you do at the hospital to check for any abnormalities with your baby. They check out the heart, their lungs, kidneys, their tummy. They check their head, their eyes, how many toes, how many fingers, all that. So that is when we did. I was really looking forward to it, but I was also nervous about it because life is just life, and you don't know what honestly the outcome is gonna be. You're hopeful, you pray and all that, but there was still a tad bit of what is gonna go on here. I hope all is well, but all was well by the help of God has been so good this journey. Something else that happened in the second trimester is, of course, once you start going for your checkups, your antenatal visits, you go until you deliver. So it doesn't stop. So obviously I continued going. Something else that happened during my second trimester that made it a bit hard was losing my dad-in-law. That is when we lost him. And I remember just not knowing where to take the emotions. When my mom's 10th year anniversary was in it's usually November. So in November, I was deep in first trimester. I was so sick. I did not even have strength to cry. Like, I would just sob and weep to my husband when he comes home from work, because I'm like, why am I going through a lot? Why am I this sick? And then when you get pregnant, there is this, let me just call it, I'll just put it in these air quotes, a notion, whatever, that, your baby feels everything that you feel. So I felt like I could not remember and cry and mourn, because grief is crazy. Not mourn my mom then, because I was mourning that she was now not there when I was growing up. Now I was mourning that she's not there to see me expectant. The emotions were so many. That week was so rough, and just to get through that, and now we are in another season where we now lose my dad-in-law. That was hard. I did not know whether to cry. I did not know what to feel, what not to feel, because at the back of my mind, it was like, it's like a voice was there, like, your baby feels everything you're feeling. So, and if you cry too much, it was so hectic, guys. Grief during pregnancy is not something I would wish on anyone. It was tough. It was so tough. And by the time he passed until his send off, it was 2 weeks. Those are the longest 2 weeks of my life emotionally. But it was also great because we were with family. Most of those days we've spent with family and friends, just reminiscing great memories, and God really carried us that period. But emotionally, the emotional load is not something you give someone to carry for you. There are feelings that you have to feel yourself, and I honestly felt like I could not feel those emotions. And now everyone is now overprotective over you. They're reminding you, are you eating? I know emotions are high, but did you eat? Have you taken your prenatals? It was amazing having people remind you, but I also felt like I did not have the freedom to mourn. I still don't feel or don't know whether I have really mourned. You never get over losing someone you love, someone in your life. But I still feel like I've not even gotten over it. Even the idea that they are no longer here, I don't know if it has really sunk in, because now I had to remove myself from the situation and prioritize my baby. because from my first trimester experience, guys, I was so thin. So I was worried. The nurses, the doctors at the hospital were like, you need to add some weight. I was worrying about that. Taking my prenatals every day, being in an environment that is not your house, although it is comfortable, you're with family, you still want the warmth of your house. Emotions being so high, planning a send off, all those things were very emotionally tasking. So I feel like, yeah, that was a lot. That is something that happened in the second trimester that I honestly did not see coming. None of us saw coming, and I never thought I would experience that. And so I feel like that experience now unearthed other grief emotions around my mom. So now I was like, now where do I take all those feelings? So I just took them and I stored them away, and I think I will revisit them another day. But I thank God that until now I am great. I am strong emotionally. I am great physically. I am great. Something else that now I could do in the second trimester was workout, not like the gym, but walk. Guys, I have walked. I walked. And if you know me, you know I love to walk. So I really walked a lot. I would do morning walks, and that felt so nice. There are days when I was just exhausted. The exhaustion never leaves you, by the in pregnancy. There are days when you're just tired, but on those days I took it easy. But most days I walked, and I loved it. I felt so good. There are days when I had to drag my feet out of the bed, drag myself to wear my gym clothes and go walking. But I am so glad I did, because I feel like it lessened the load. It made me lighter. Walking makes me lighter. You breathe in fresh air, you do prayer walks, you pray on your walk, you meditate, you listen to sermons. So it made me a bit lighter. So that is something that I now loved a lot about entering second trimester. I had the strength and I had the fortitude to at least walk and, you know, do a bit of workout. Let me just call it workout for lack of a better word. The next thing that entered the chart in my second trimester was the heartburn and the constipation. But now you see, with water, that is how I won the battle with constipation. So it was just a few days, and that was gone. But you see, the heartburn, I ignored it until it went away. I have had hyperacidity before for like 5 years. So I was already somehow used to that burning sensation. And by the time I got diagnosed with hyperacidity, guys, they had looked for what was wrong with me for the longest time. So by the time I got the diagnosis, I feel like I was already used to that heartburn feeling, because that is what happens. The heartburn feeling and the here, just between your ribs, like just here, your chest, that burning feeling. I feel like I was already used to it due to hyperacidity. So by the time this second trimester heartburn started, I was just like, this is just child's play. So I think I took Gaviscon, like a bottle that lasted like a whole month. I took it for so long until it ended, and I never got another one. And I just moved on. There are things that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore you until you go, because I don't know what to do. And then also in my second trimester, my emotions were now like back to normal. I was now enjoying pregnancy. In first trimester, I was grateful to be pregnant. In second trimester, I was enjoying my pregnancy. I was enjoying just sitting with my thoughts and planning for baby, and just yeah, I just loved it. I feel like that is when it is normally called the glow, I don't know, glow period something. But guys, for me, honestly, it was that glow period. My skin became better. I was walking, I was feeling nice, I was hydrating, I was just looking so gorgeous. I absolutely loved it. And I think something else I also loved about second trimester is I remember praying and asking the Lord to hide me and my child, like so much so that by the time like people around me figure out that I'm expectant, that I would be in my third trimester. And who is the Lord if not a promise keeper? Who is Jesus if not a promise keeper? Guys, I used to post pictures, you can't tell. I even decorated for Christmas. Nobody could tell. Like, you couldn't. Even with me like posing normally, you couldn't. That is how hidden we were in Christ. And in second trimester, that is also when I started journaling. During my pregnancy, I journal a lot, and I feel like that is also, I actually know that journaling really helped with grief that period, and it was very hyper. It really helped me just pour out my thoughts, pour out my feelings, just put them on paper so that they're just not clouding my mind and just stuck there. So I started journaling. It was such a beautiful time. I absolutely enjoyed my second trimester, and yeah, I don't think there's anything much I would change. Like, things that I can control, that I can change, I doubt it. My appetite came back significantly. I could now eat normal meals, but now I didn't like meat and chicken. So those two things, for the whole of my pregnancy, I have struggled to eat them, meat and chicken. It's on and off. There are days when I smell it and I'm like, I don't want that. There are days when I smell it and I'm like, ooh, that smells delicious. But for the major part of my pregnancy, what I started craving in my second trimester was now legumes, beans, green grams, and kamande, lentils, guys, and rice. I ate beans, rice, and kamande, and cabbage, and eggplants with ugali for weeks on end. I was not getting tired of it. I would wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about beans. I will have bread, tea, and beans. At lunch, I would eat rice and beans. Dinner, I would eat rice and kamande and cabbage and avocado. And I was okay. I was so okay. And I also feel like that contributed to me not adding now a lot of weight at once. Of course, you're going to add weight in pregnancy. Let nobody lie to you, the weight you're going to put on. But I also did not want to put on like 1,000 kgs more than what I normally am, because that is also not also healthy. So there's a range of kgs you're supposed to add like every other week. So I was well within that range, which was amazing. And I feel like if I had overindulged in all, pregnancy cravings, I'm craving just fried things, I thank God that is not my testimony. Cravings, I cannot come out. Ndengu and kamande are cravings. Those were my cravings. Those are the cravings I had. Honestly, there was nothing like, there is nothing out of the ordinary that I really wanted. And I also really liked sugarcane that period. We ate a lot of sugar. Every time, I told my husband, every time you meet someone that is selling sugarcane, bring that sugarcane home. And avocado, I used to not mind sharing my avocado, but since second trimester, I would really, really appreciate if everybody has their own avocado. Baby, this I'm talking to you, I would appreciate. So yeah, I just wanted those ones. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing grand. That is all I wanted to eat, and I loved it for myself. So now in second trimester, I started now putting on a bit of weight, because remember in my first trimester I was so worried, and even my medical team was worried because I had lost so much weight. And of course, when you're growing a baby, they expect you to add weight so that they can also be able to tell that the baby is growing. So if you're not healthy, then they get a bit worried. But nothing was catastrophically wrong. So yeah, we thank God. So put on a few pounds, felt good, guys. The boobs exploded. They exploded, and they don't stop exploding until how many months postpartum. So your body is now preparing for baby. Everything is now grand. Everything is just out there. Like, we are here. See us. We have arrived. But I absolutely loved my second trimester. I could vlog and give you guys week by week updates. So yeah, watch out for those vlogs. They're coming right after this. So yeah, I think I have touched on everything that went on in my second trimester. In case you have a question, in case you have anything, a concern, something to say, please leave it in the comment section. Share this video with a friend, a family member in their second trimester, so they know what to expect. because yeah, this it is a journey, but it is doable. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching my second trimester update. That is all that went down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. Just like the video. It tells the algorithm that people are liking the video, so it is recommended to more people, and yeah, we can have more family members. But for today, I will choose to end it here. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great week, and see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bengicela ungilalele nami.